Hollywood in turmoil. Amelia comes across Dakota's letter to Jamie. Jamie doesn't dare to face it. A seemingly peaceful afternoon. The Dornans' house was bathed in the twilight of a mild autumn day. The last rays of sunlight shone through the glass doors, casting a warm golden glow inside. Amelia had just finished piano practice and was cleaning up the music room. On the wooden table were new scores, a few notes, and a stack of unopened mail that Jamie had left there for the past week. She always helped Jamie sort through his mail. There were fan letters, event invitations, letters from directors. Totally normal. Until she saw a cream-colored envelope that was different. There was no return address. No studio logo. Just a small, delicate handwriting. To Jamie. Amelia paused. She recognized the handwriting immediately. Dakota Johnson. Not that she wanted to. But because before, when Jamie and Dakota worked together and sent each other documents, Amelia had seen that word a few times. Amelia's heart skipped a beat. She had never had a problem with Dakota. The three of them had had some good times talking at press conferences. Amelia was not the type to be blindly jealous. But that envelope had been sent privately, without going through Jamie's manager. Very personal. She placed her hand on the envelope, hesitating. Should I open it? She wondered. She was not the type to invade her husband's privacy, but her womanly instincts, her instinct to protect her family, made her uneasy. An unpleasant feeling ran down Amelia's spine. Finally, she took a deep breath, and opened the letter. And from that moment, her heart sank. The words made Amelia feel unsteady on her feet. The letter was handwritten, in black ink, the strokes soft but strong. Amelia read each line. Jamie. I tried to stay silent. I truly did, but some feelings don't disappear just because we pretend they should. There are things I never said. Things I regret not saying years ago. You know what we had was real. You felt it too. I don't expect anything from you. But I needed you to know. I still think about those days. About us. Amelia stood still. Those days. Us. The words were like knives cutting into her heart. She squeezed the letter so hard her hand shook. Her heart clenched as if someone was squeezing it. Dakota, why? Amelia stepped back, feeling the room sway. She felt sad, angry, hurt beyond words. Hurt, not because of Jamie, but for Dakota, the person Amelia believed had gotten over Jamie long ago, the person she thought had put the past to rest. A letter like that, after so many years, was unacceptable. Amelia clenched her fists, trying to keep her composure. She didn't want to doubt Jamie. But she needed to know the truth. She needed to hear it from him. Jamie returned, and the silence was heavy. The car stopped in front of the house. Jamie walked in, smiling brightly as usual. I'm home. Where are you? He stopped when he saw Amelia standing in the middle of the living room, holding the letter. The look in her eyes made Jamie's smile vanish instantly. Amelia, what? She didn't say anything, just held out the letter. Jamie took it, glanced at it. And his face paled. You read it? Amelia's voice choked up. Jamie, do you have something to say to me? Not angry. Not shouting. Just one question that filled the room with a heavy silence. Jamie put a hand to his forehead and sighed. Amelia, it's not what you think. So what? She asked, her eyes red. Jamie looked at his wife, the woman he loved most in the world, and felt his heart clench. The truth, and the pain Jamie felt was hard to put into words. Jamie sat down on the chair, elbows on knees, crumpling the letter in his hands. Dakota, sent this last week. You didn't reply. I didn't want to make you worry. Amelia looked him straight in the eyes. So why didn't you tell me? Jamie was silent. That was where Amelia hurt more. Not lying. But not telling the truth either. I was afraid, Jamie said, his voice low, you would be worried or upset about something I absolutely didn't want to get involved in. Jamie, I'm not that weak. Amelia's voice trembled but was firm. If you had told me from the beginning, I would have believed you. But hiding it, it hurt me more. Jamie bowed his head. You were right, I should have told you. So, Amelia choked, what do those days and us mean? Does Dakota have the right to write that? Jamie stood up, walked closer, and took Amelia's hand. There is no us. There is nothing left. There was never what Dakota was referring to. He spoke each word, his eyes never leaving her. And I have never thought of her that way since I met you. Amelia bit her lip, trying to hold back tears. Then why did she write this? Why? I still think about those days. Jamie squeezed his wife's hand, his voice low and determined. Dakota has the right to remember the past. But I don't live in the past. I live in the present. With you. With our family. He placed his hand on Amelia's cheek. You are the us. You are those days I want to keep. You are everything. But Amelia was still confused. When Amelia left the room, and Jamie felt his heart break. I need some time. Amelia whispered and walked out into the backyard. Jamie stood there, not knowing what to do, his heart heavy as stone. He wasn't angry with Dakota. He was angry with himself, for not telling her in the first place. For accidentally letting Amelia feel betrayed. He leaned his arms on the kitchen table, closing his eyes. Amelia, I'm sorry. Outside, Amelia was experiencing a pain she wasn't prepared for. Amelia stood under the apple tree, where Jamie had promised to love her forever. She placed her hand on the cold trunk. Why did this happen? She whispered. Not because of Dakota. Not because of Jamie. But because of the broken trust. She knew Jamie loved her. But that letter, it was like opening a door to the past that she thought was locked. A cold wind blew through. Amelia clenched her hands. You have to trust me? But she was still shaking. Jamie stepped forward, and the most important conversation of their marriage began. After a few minutes, Jamie stepped into the backyard. He didn't touch Amelia right away. He just stood there, close enough for her to know he was there. You can be mad, he said softly. You can be sad. You can say anything. I'll listen, but don't shut me out. Don't suffer alone. Amelia turned back, her eyes red. I'm not mad at you because Dakota wrote the letter. I'm mad because you thought I was too weak to know the truth. Jamie, marriage isn't just about love. It's about transparency. Jamie stepped closer, placing his hands on her face, his voice full of sincerity. You deserve it more than anyone. I'm sorry I made you read that letter alone. I should have told you as soon as I got it. Amelia looked deep into his eyes, searching for something. And she saw it. The truth that couldn't be faked. Tears fell from her eyes. Jamie held her, whispering. No one, nothing, no past can replace you. Dakota can write whatever she wants. But my heart is always here. He placed his hand on his heart. Then Amelia's hand on it. Only you. The brokenness and the beautiful healing. Amelia leaned her head against his chest, tears soaking into his shirt. I'm just afraid. Afraid that someday someone from your past will make me not enough. Jamie held her tight. No one can make you, not enough. You're the one I chose. You're the one I love. And I will protect this love, even from the things I think are the smallest. She lifted her face, looked at him. So, will you answer Dakota? Jamie shook her head. You tore up the letter. And you never will. Will you be clear? Clearer than the letter. Don't contact me this way again. Amelia sighed, a long, liberating sigh. Amelia said something that made Jamie cry inside. Jamie? Amelia put her hand on his cheek. I'm scared, but not because of Dakota. I'm scared of losing you, in any way. Jamie closed her eyes, her voice trembling. I'll never lose you. I can't. You've been mine, for a long time. Amelia hugged him, holding him tight as if afraid the world might snatch him away from her. Let's never keep anything between us again. Jamie nodded slightly. I promise. Evening, when they return to Amelia. When they get inside, Amelia puts the letter on the kitchen table. Burn it. Jamie nods. He takes a lighter and lights the edge of the paper. The letter rolls up and burns to ash. Amelia looks at it, sighing softly. The end. Jamie hugs her from behind. And our beginning, still beautiful. She turns around, placing her hands on his chest. Jamie, I love you. I love you too. Their kiss isn't heated. It's not rushed. It's not trying to prove anything. It's the kiss of two people who know they've just gotten over a wound and come out stronger. Love is sometimes tested by unwanted letters. That night, after the children are asleep, Jamie and Amelia lie next to each other. Amelia leaned her head on his shoulder. I don't want the past to knock on the door again. Jamie stroked her hair. If it dares to knock, I'll be the one to lock it, not let you face it alone. Amelia smiled tiredly but warmly. That's why I chose you. Jamie kissed her forehead. And that's why I'm always here. Outside, the autumn wind blew through the trees. But in that small room, there were two hearts lying side by side. Stronger than any letter, any memory, any fear. Because Amelia and Jamie had learned that true love isn't about not being hurt. It's about two people choosing each other after every wound.